So what is inclusive engagement? Well, put simply, it's creating a workplace where everyone feels respected, trusted, encouraged, and inspired. Respected for who they are and their unique attributes and perspectives. Trusted to provide their best work and treat everyone with dignity. Encouraged to use and improve their skills, being able to bring their whole self to work. And inspired to find meaning and purpose in their job and belonging in their environment. So let's take a quick look at each of these individually and talk a little bit about the differences that each of them can make. Let's move on to trusted. When employees feel trusted and are able to give trust to others, it creates a sense of empowerment that boosts performance. Trust can be created and shown when employees are given clear and consistent expectations, when they are allowed limited freedoms and autonomy to provide their best work their way. This can be letting employees use their professional judgment, giving them access to all the resources that can help them do their jobs better, or most commonly, providing flexible working options that allow them to pick and choose where and when they'll do their best work. And despite advances in communication technologies, many managers expect that the work still needs to get done during traditional office hours, often where employees can be all together, so 9 to 5 at the office. But both engagement and inclusion are about giving people what they need to be the most successful, including options like remote working. Because 62% of businesses that offer flexible working options do it to improve employee engagement. Creating a sense of trust and autonomy allows employees to feel like the workplace acknowledges their professional judgment and believes that they will give their best work without needing to be constantly watched over. Trusting employees by providing them flexibility is an important way to create inclusion. Different abilities, situations, family obligations, physical and mental health conditions all benefit from being provided limited freedom and autonomy to give their most productive work, even if it doesn't look the same or is not on the same schedule as everyone else. So for a quick example, let's meet Juan. So Juan is a patent lawyer who joined a new law firm less than 2 years ago. His old firm was smaller, but gave him a lot of autonomy and freedom in where and how he worked. However, his new firm had very strict expectations that the work is done at your desk during working hours. And Juan was struggling with this new dynamic. Now, Juan was actually a colleague of ours who sat on a board with us for an organization that supported young professionals and entrepreneurs. Juan was extremely hardworking and extremely detail-oriented. He told us that his new firm had specifically recruited him for his track record and expertise in his area. So he was a little thrown at first when he was given such restrictions on how and when he worked. The managing partners really wanted to make sure that he was at the office so that they could access him and they could keep an eye on him. At first, he assumed it was because he was the new guy, making sure that he was able to get the help he might need using the systems and their software, plus to make sure that he wasn't struggling in his new role. But after a while, he soon came to realize that this was the expectation for everybody. So after a year, he was getting really frustrated and he was not having the same success that he had at the smaller firm that had less resources. And it was because he felt like he wasn't trusted to do his job properly. He also found this new restrictive way to work was having a real toll on his family life. You see, he had 3 very young children, and in his old job, he was able to work a lot from home and in the evenings. So he was able to help out so much more at home. But now he found it was so much harder. So after about 18 months, Juan started job searching again. And before long, he was offered a great job in a different city. So he packed up his family and they moved. And we lost a great asset to our board of directors. But this is what can happen when trust and autonomy are not present in the workplace. Employees lose a sense of engagement and motivation to give their best work, and they feel like their employers do not trust them to do their job. They don't feel like they belong in the culture of the workplace. They're invited to the party, but they're not trusted to dance their way.